Are we up? We definitely up.
Be posting neon lights are blinding, lost in the rhythm.
Hey guys, hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm Sepo Magwaba, but you can call me the Med Guy T. Please do call me the Med Guy T. So today's video, it was sparked by actually a young brief chat that I had at the hospital today. It's actually an encounter. We have encounters all the time, and some leave us thinking. Actually, most of them leave us thinking. But before we get into this video, please, as you watch this video, do consider subscribing, and also do leave your comments. You can leave all your questions, and please do give it a massive thumbs up so that just YouTube can just recommend the video to other people, and then we can share the love and spread the information also. So a little bit history or maybe background into what I do right now. So I am a community service medical practitioner. I have started my community service here this year in January. I work in the Northwest. I did my internship in Gauteng. My medical internship for 2 years in Pretoria, and I did my medicine at Stellenbosch University. I graduated in 2022. So this is my 3rd year practicing. So I'm sure by the title of this video you know exactly why I'm giving you this brief history. But my thing is, I didn't finish Matric and go into medicine. Most people who watch these videos, who watch my channel, they know this. I did a BSc first. I studied at University of the Free State. I did BSc, and then I did my honors degree, and then I did my master's degree. I did the entire research. What else did I do? I published the research as well. I just need to finish my dissertation and submit and graduate. The unfortunate thing that happened was that I did my master's for 1 year and I got accepted for medicine, so I didn't get a chance to fully wrap it up. But I feel like now this is the time to actually go back and just wrap it up. So soon I will be like, I have a master's degree also finished and stuff, but I did publish the research. So today's video, actually, like I said, it was sparked by an encounter that I had at the hospital today. I had a young girl who came in. The young girl came in with a grandmother, and then they came because of the sibling. The sibling had something that we needed to assist with, and then at the end of the consultation, she asked me, she's like, Doc, can I ask you a question? So I'm like, yeah, of course, go ahead, you can ask me a question. And then she's like, but it's not related to what we are here for today. I'm like, you know what, just shoot your shot, just ask your question, it's fine. And then she's like, what do you need to have or to do for you to become a pediatrician? And I was like, okay. I love this. And I'm like, okay, cool. To become a pediatrician, you need to study medicine, and then you complete your training 6 years, and then you become a GP, then you do your 2 years of internship, then you do your 1 year of ComServe, and then you go into specialization studies whereby you can specialize for 4 years at an academic hospital affiliated with a particular university, and then after 4 years you graduate as a specialist, and then you can be a pediatrician. That's like, it's 6 years plus 2 years plus 3 and plus 4, so you can spend roughly about 13 years to become a pediatrician. And she was quite fascinated. And I'm like, why are you asking, do you want to become one? She's like, yeah, I do. And I was like, okay, which grade are you doing? And then she tells me that, oh, actually, I just finished my matric today. I got my results. So I'm like, no, you know what? Grab a chair. You don't mind the queue outside. Let's speak. We can spare 5 minutes. Let's talk about this some more. And I'm like, okay, cool. You just finished your matric. Which subject did you do? Like, how did you do also in your matric exams? And then she goes, and I'm just like, actually, I passed bachelor admission, eligible for bachelor admission. And then I was like, which subjects did you do? And then she did like commercial subjects. She did business studies, there was economics, she did accounting, but she's like, she did maths literacy as well. Sure. And then now it's just like, because of the subject choices that you had in high school, you don't really qualify to do medicine because they need science, they need your life sciences, they need your physical sciences, they need your pure mathematics. I know some medical schools forgive you if you didn't do life sciences, but physics and maths, they do want it. It's like a prerequisite, because I feel like medical schools feel like, because of the concepts that I discussed there, if you can survive that, if you can survive that workload, you'll be able to cope better in medicine, and it will better prepare you for MBCHB. So yeah, so that actually got me thinking, and I was like, a lot of young people, they need that, they need career guidance, especially when they get into grade 10. Your subject choices are very, very important, especially if you know exactly what you want to do. And for me, at my high school, when I was doing high school many years ago, I won't even say because I won't reveal my age, I was told that you can always do math and science. If you do math and science, it will open more doors for you. You can literally branch out into many other things. So yeah, I feel like that's one thing that we really need in our high schools, career guidance, assisting young people with their subject choices. That would be very beneficial. But anyway, today's video, the main focus that I wanted to do this video was that, yes, like many other young people, like that young lady that I encountered today, most people, maybe they do have the subjects that we need for MBCHB, but you didn't get accepted. But because it is a selection course, it's a selection program, it has very few spaces, and I don't see medical schools increasing their numbers that much, because right now we're also facing other problems whereby doctors are unemployed. After ComServe, you take some time to get back into the working system, into the working field, because now the government says doesn't have money to pay doctors and stuff. So it's quite worrying, even for us, because at the end of this year, I'm like, am I going to have a job next year? I need to save, but also I need to do courses. It's a lot, and then so I don't think medical schools will increase the number of students that they take enroll for medicine because of that, because already we are experiencing these challenges also within the medical field. But anyway, let's get into the main core of this video, because I usually do it a lot. Maybe I think I do have an element of ADHD that is untreated. I apologize. But anyway, let's say you have the subjects and then now you didn't get selected. What now? What do you do next? I feel like that's the question that most people ask themselves, to say, what do I do now? What's next? I just want to say that all is not lost. Congratulations for passing. And I'm really sorry that you didn't get through. For some people, maybe you're still on the waiting list, so you're waiting to hear from the university. So we are crossing fingers for you to say that they will reply and the response will be favorable. But let's say it's not favorable. What's next? Like I said, all is not lost. There's options. Most people, because let's say you are 17, 18, you know, people don't say this, but you always have that option to repeat Matric. Even though you've passed it, you can repeat it. I read a friend posted it today. A friend posted, she's now a dietitian. She posted this on Facebook, the story, and then it was along the lines of she and a friend didn't do as well as they had hoped in their Matric, and then the friend had 2 distinctions. She went back, she repeated Matric, and then she got 7 distinctions, and now the friend is a doctor. It can be done. Don't focus more on what people are going to say, focus on yourself to say. Sometimes even your parents won't understand, to say that you've passed, why do you want to go back? But you be like, I want good marks. I want to give myself that edge. I want to give myself that advantage, so you can always go back. Another thing, you will hear most people who don't get into medicine, they will be told, you can do BSc for 1 year and then you can branch out into medicine. I feel like that's something that I was also told. I feel like that's something that most people are also told. And then for me, I'm going to say that if you have the passion and the love for science, and then you can see the degree to the end, by all means, you can do the BSc. But I want you to keep in mind that BSc is an academic degree, and then medicine is a professional degree. So the difference between the two is that for BSc, once you get the degree, most often with academic degrees, you'll have to do your honors degree, you'll have to do your master's degree, you might need to do your PhD, because those degrees are academic, they're more like research based and all. Whereas a professional degree, we're looking at your LLB, we're looking at your medicine, we look at Bachelor of Social Work, we look at nursing. After you get the degree, you go and work. After I get my MCHP, I'm a doctor, I go and work. After you get your LLB, you go work you can, like, you go work. After you do, let's say, your Bachelor of Accounting, after the degree, you do your articles, you do more, you can do your honors, you do, they write 2 board exams, and then you qualify as a CA, right? You see, those are like your professional degrees. And then science, you'd have to study and study and study. So now, my thing is, as somebody who has done BSc themselves, this is what most people don't tell you. I'm going to tell you. So often we would say to you that do BSc for a year and then you can branch out into medicine. But the problem is, this thing is told to so many people that you'll enter a class and then you'll be surrounded by 600, 700 people also being told the same thing. At some point when I was doing BSc, I was like, does any of you guys even want to do BSc? I was like, does any of you even want to do this? And the thing is, it was not easy going from BSc into medicine. Most people didn't even get the opportunity to get into medicine. Most people dropped out along the way. A friend of mine dropped out of BSc. Now they are a videographer. She's quite happy. I'm very, very happy for her. I've got friends who did science. After they graduated, they did a PGCE. Now they are educators. They are also very happy at their jobs. Yeah, so always remember, if you don't like BSc, please don't do it. Don't do it with the aim of getting into medicine, because it's not a very easy degree. It's very challenging. You're going to need motivation, and sometimes having that many people also doing BSc might demotivate you. So my advice would be, because you love medicine and you love it so much, there must be something else that you also like. Do that something else. Do that other something else that you also like. It can be law, it can be IT, it can be education. Do the other thing that you like a lot. The reason why I'm saying this is because you are going to enjoy that thing and you're going to perform so well in it. And then you can always apply for medicine using those marks. They won't care what you studied. You could have done dental science. You can do physiotherapy. You can do accounting. They will look at your marks to say, how are you performing in that degree? And then with those marks, then they will be like, okay, cool, it's fine. You can come through to MBCHP. So they won't even look at which degree you were doing. I know sometimes we say to people, a BSc will help you in medicine, especially the biological sciences. It will give you that edge. Yeah, to some extent, that's true. I found that in medicine, there were some topics that we covered in depth in science, and then it helped me in MBCHP. But all in all, I felt like medicine has like a lot of very academically gifted people, so people actually didn't even struggle. It's not difficult to grasp the concepts in MBCHP. I often found that some courses that I did in BSc, they were difficult, they were hard. And then whereas in medicine, often I didn't find that it was very difficult. I found that the content was just a lot. So they gave you volumes. So in medicine, you just had to memorize a lot of facts, a lot of information. Like for example, if you do obstetrics and gynecology, there's a lot of protocols. So you have to just remember facts. So medicine hates that. It just wanted stamina. The volumes were just a lot of volumes. So I found, like for example, engineering might be very, very difficult because of the concepts that they have to grasp, whereas medicine, it's more like volumes, the amount of content that you have to get. So yeah, people might say that BSc will give you the edge. Maybe it will, but do what you love. Please, that's my only advice. If there's one thing that you can take away from this entire video, is that do what you're going to enjoy, do what you're going to love. And also another important fact that I have to also take out is that when you get selected to study courses, I find that maybe it's like a new thing now. Young people often are set on where they want to go study, and it's fine. Even I was set with where I wanted to go work this year, and I knew that I wanted to work in Gauteng. I wanted to work close to Johannesburg. I wanted to live here. With this, I mean that most young people want to study at Wits. They want to study at UCT. They want to study at, let's say, Stellenbosch. So now you'd find that you applied to, because you will give them maybe first choices, second choices, and then you get accepted for your second choices. But now you know that you love dentistry as well. Let's say you accepted for dentistry at University of the Western Cape, or maybe you got accepted for dentistry at, let's say, Sefako Makgatho Health Sciences University, but then you got accepted, let's say, for a BSc at UCT, or maybe you got accepted for something in soil sciences at Wits, and then you know that what you love also besides MSHP, you love that dentistry, but now you're like, but I want to be in Joburg, or no, but I want to go to UCT. It's good to choose institutions that are internationally recognized. We appreciate that. I can't fault you for that. I won't even judge you for it. But for me, I'm going to say, choose what you love. Choose what you love. Choose the course that you're going to enjoy. South Africans institutions, I trust them. Let's say, for example, you can choose any other varsity. If the course is what you love and it's in your heart and you're going to do your best, you're going to enjoy it. But if you choose a varsity with the course that you don't like, you're going to end up hating the course, and you're going to end up getting excluded and all of that. We don't want that. We want you to succeed. So please, when choosing courses and universities, to go for the courses that you're going to enjoy. Go for the courses that you know that you love, and then not so much on the university. If, for example, then let's say the universities selected you for the same course, then by all means go for the university that you love. go for the university that you love. I remember, I need to tell this story. I remember when I was choosing which medical school to go study at. So I had a couple of options. I think I was very fortunate when I eventually got accepted. It was as if the floods, what was that word? Open the floods, gates of heaven, something along those lines. So when that happened, I got accepted at so many medical schools, and then I had to choose which one to go to. Honestly, my decision ultimately was based on which one had an ocean. I wanted to be by the beach side, so I went to Stellenbosch University because it was close to Cape Town. There was beaches. I was like, I'm gonna have so much fun. But not only that, Stellenbosch was also quite responsive with accommodation, with a lot of things. They were just very open in their responses. So, but anyway, ultimately my decision was based on the water. So, and do I regret it? No, I've never ever regretted it. Actually, I'm very, very happy that I chose Stellenbosch University. For me, it was the best choice for me. But anyway, guys, I feel like I've spoken for so long. I just wanted to say that above everything else, a big congratulations to each and every one of you. If there is like parents, moms, dads watching this, please also do support your kids. Don't be too hard on them. And yes, and you can also give yourself a round of applause for raising these amazing young people who want to become doctors, who want to change the world and everything. For me, if you are sitting there and then you really want to do medicine, I'm gonna say go for it. The job is challenging. All jobs are challenging. We work crazy amount of hours. We get frustrated at work, but we have fun. There's joy. We get to touch people's lives. I'm going to share another encounter that I had last year. The only reason I'm sharing it in this video because today I felt very emotional when the patient updated me on their on how they performed. So I'm not gonna say what was the details surrounding this because I believe in patient's confidentiality and all. So a grandmother came. I saw a grandmother at the clinic last year while I was still working in Gauteng. And then she told me about her granddaughter and that she was not fine and stuff. And then I was like, bring her along so that we can assess her. Assess the grandchild, and I realized that she needs admission. And it was also during exams, and I was like, sure, we need to really admit you right now. This is like a crisis. And then we did. And we had a couple of sessions. Referred her to the tertiary hospital I was working at, and then they also there went to go look up to check if she's still fine, wrote to the school for her to organize for her to write exams at the hospital, and they allowed that to happen. And let's say today I got a message from the grandmother to say that the child passed, and I was very, very happy. I was like, yay. We do that as part of our jobs. We're not only doctors, but we not only treat our patients' conditions, but we treat them holistically as well. We see our patients as a whole. We always try to not only heal their physical illnesses, but we do the biopsychosocial approach. So we look at your social circumstances to see what can we improve there. We also look at your biological, because we also understand that our patients are structures. They belong to families, they belong to communities. So okay, cool. We got cut there for a little while, so I'm just gonna try to pick up where we left off and close off the video. So I was saying that our patients not only are just individual entities, but they belong to structures, they belong to families, they belong to communities. So when we treat the patients, we need to ensure that we also treat the community as a whole, so that when we send them back to those communities, then they don't have to come back. Because if I just treat you as a patient, send you to community, it's going to be a revolving door. You're going to come back to us. We have moments like that, great moments, but we also have moments that break us. We work very long hours. Sometimes it's like 48 hours 24 hours on the work straight without rest. It's not easy, but it's doable. It's doable. I will never ever discourage anyone from doing MBCHB, from becoming a doctor, because for me, I feel like sometimes I feel like maybe it's because I'm still starting out, but I feel like this job has given me the greatest joy, even amongst the entire chaos that we have. It gives me fulfillment. I'm very fulfilled. I'm very happy. I'm very happy to be at work. I don't complain. Even though sometimes people do very questionable things that leave me like side eyeing them, but all in all, I feel like it's one of those great jobs. Not as great as teachers, though. Teachers do amazing works. I applaud them. Like, you see, you guys are now there because of the teachers. We are all here because of our teachers. But anyway, with all that said, if you really want to do medicine and then you didn't get through this time, don't give up. Don't give up these avenues. Just reboot, recenter yourself, and then see what is the best choice for you. You can redo the Matric. You can rewrite some subjects that you feel like you need to improve on. You can do the second best course that you will excel in, and yeah, keep your options open. There's other careers that people maybe we don't talk about often about them. I'll make a separate video on that, just to talk about the great options that we have in terms of allied health sciences, in terms of occupational therapist, physiotherapist, speech therapist, audiologist. There's a whole lot of other degrees within the medicine, the health sciences spectrum. You can even study pharmacy. As the year progresses, I'll do a couple of videos, series on terms of what other careers can we study, and then in terms of the requirements, closer to the opening of applications, we'll do that, especially for you guys, because I love you guys that much. But anyway, let me close this video here. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a massive thumbs up. Do share it with your friends, and if you have any questions, please by all means do leave your questions in the comment box below, and I'll try to reply as many as possible. If I feel like I'm not gonna be able to type all these answers, I might just shoot another video, a part 2, and then just address all the questions that are gonna arise in the comment section. But anyway, from me, Tsepo Makwaba, until we meet again next time, bye. Do keep safe.